Hello people, this is a tutorial on how to use a selection tool called the Magnetic Lasso tool. The Magnetic Lasso tool is located on the toolbar, which my mouse is currently running vertically across. It is located under the Lasso Tools group, right here. To open a tools group, we click and hold, navigate to the tool we wish to use, and release. Now that we have the Magnetic Lasso tool selected, we need to make sure our options are what we want them to be. This across up here is the options bar. This has all the options for the current tool. This all the way to the left is a drop-down menu of presets for the current tool. These four icons here are selection mode icons. This first one will create a new selection and delete any already existing selections. This next one, the second one, will add to an existing selection. The third one will subtract from an existing selection. And the fourth one will create a new selection while preserving any already existing selections. The feather dialog box will control how much the selection expands and fades into the surrounding region. The anti-alias checkbox controls the smoothing of microscopic sharp edges of your selection. The width dialog box controls how far the selection forms from the marquee. The contrast dialog box controls how sensitive the magnetic lasso tool is to changes in color. The frequency dialog box controls how many anchor points the magnetic lasso tool will drop per area. And the refine edge command will be gone over in a tutorial called cleaning up selections. We are going to use the magnetic lasso tool to try to select this red ring without selecting the surrounding region or the carpet inside. To do so, we need to make sure we are creating a new selection, which we are. We are using a feathering of 0, smoothing with anti-alias, width of 24, contrast of 10%, and frequency of 97. With the settings the way they are, it won't stray far from the ring, and it will be very accurate because of the high frequency. To begin our selection, we will simply click, release immediately, move our mouse, and all those little squares you see being created are anchor points being dropped. Basically what that means is there's a straight line between each one of those squares. And each one of those squares is dropped automatically by the magnetic lasso tool, detecting the edge of this ring. Now we have the entire thing selected right now, including the carpet inside. So what we're going to do now is come up to our options bar and select subtract from selection. We're going to come back down to our image, and we're going to select the carpet inside, which we wish to deselect, using the same methods we used to create our original selection. And as you can see, neither of these selections are quite perfectly round. There's a tip here and a tip here. Since the magnetic lasso tool is used on edges, we will use the plain lasso tool or freehand lasso tool to clean this up. It is already on the subtract from selection mode, so we can go ahead and try to get rid of that nudge there. There we go. Come to add the selection. Get rid of this one inside. I'm sorry, I meant to use subtract from selection. And there we go. We have succeeded in selecting the red rubber ring using the magnetic lasso tool. To learn how to perfect your selections, watch the tutorial called Cleaning Up Selections.